asked about the Olympics opening ceremony. I think to that we would just say unbelievers are going to act like unbelievers. Changes nothing about us, changes nothing about you, changes nothing about the commission Paul's given you in 2 Corinthians 5 or the marching orders he's given you in 2 Timothy 4. All of this nastiness going on in the world changes nothing. You stay focused on your world, the people around you, you being a light to them, being a model of grace and love and charity and all that's joy, all that stuff. And you taking advantage of every opportunity you have to share the gospel. You want to change the world? Share the gospel. You want to change this country? Share the gospel. The only thing, and those people who participate and do all this stuff, I don't hate them. I don't think less of them. I think for them, I want for them what I want for every unbeliever. I want to see them get saved and come into the knowledge of the truth. And that's my prayer for them. Because I don't care. It doesn't matter how blasphemous the unbelievers have. I don't want to see any of them go spending eternity in a lake of fire separated from God. No. I want them all saved. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. And so I feel nothing but sympathy. If those people do not get saved, you have to consider that what they did is going to be judged by God. Not just what they did, but the influence that they had on the world in doing that thing. And it's a terrifying thought. It's a really terrifying thought. And I just, I don't wish any of them to go in a lake of fire. And so, if I were to meet the people who did the ceremony, I wouldn't treat them any differently than I would anybody else and any other unbeliever. I would love them, hopefully try to have an opportunity to share the truth with them in love and basically beg them to get saved because the alternative is just too horrible.
Well, again, if you're going to hold the world to a standard of righteousness that they are incapable of, Paul says in Philippians, it talks about the fruit of righteousness, the fruits of righteousness which are by Jesus Christ. That is an expectation of believers and the work that God will do in a believer. God's not doing that work in the government that's in Washington. He's not doing that work in ungodly religious institutions.
That's right.
Again, that we have no expectation or should have no expectation of righteousness from the world.
Amen.
And to try and submit them to a litmus test of righteousness in their behavior is just frustrating and futile. It makes no sense. You can't expect somebody to do something they're incapable of doing.
That's right. That's right. One of my favorite lines, Pastor Jordan saying, unbelievers are going to act like unbelievers. Why should we be surprised by that?
Exactly.